90-90 hip external rotation mobility exercise. So in order to do this exercise, we are trying to gain external rotation mobility at our right hip. So in order to do this, we're going to sit into this 90-90 position, lining up so that every joint of your lower extremity is at 90 degrees. So we're sitting with our pelvis facing forward, our hip or leg bone comes straight out in front of us, 90 degrees from our pelvis, our knee is at 90 degrees, and our ankle is at 90 degrees. And if you sit with a mat or if you have some lines on the floor, you can line your shin up with that mat or line on the floor so that you have a perfect 90-90. You're gonna do the same on the back leg. So because my pelvis is forward, my leg comes out to the side at 90 degrees, and then knee at 90 and ankle at 90. From here, you're gonna take your sternum or your chest bone and you're gonna try to bring it over top of your knee and to a point where you start to feel a stretch in this back hip on the right. So wherever you feel that stretch, you are then just gonna passively hold. Ideally, you would hold and sit here for 2 minutes, but let's say we're gonna do 20 to 30 seconds. So we're gonna hold for 20 to 30 seconds. Once you've been holding for 20 to 30 seconds, you're gonna take this leg and try to drive it into the ground. So from this foot, you're pushing down into the ground. I showed it before with my hand here because the knee is coming up. So the whole leg is trying to push this way. So we're gonna push, and we're gonna push for 10 seconds. If this is being used for rehab and your hip is injured or you're just recovering from injury, you're only gonna push down with 10, maybe up to 30% of your strength. If we're really trying to train this hip joint and it's a healthy joint that we're trying to gain more range of motion, then we're gonna ramp up all the way to 100% of your strength. Anytime you're ramping though, you always start from 0 and you slowly ramp up. 0%, 1%, 2%, 3, 4, 5 to 10, 11, 12, 13, all the way up to 100%. So we're gonna hold for 10. When we've ramped up to 100%, we're holding, and then we're gonna reverse. We're gonna push down. So push that knee into the ground, and we're gonna hold this position for that 10 seconds. So you're gonna push as hard as you can and hold for 10. And then relax. When you relax, you can kind of move further into this stretch. If you can bring your sternum a little bit further over your hip, maybe your knee is actually a little bit closer to the ground, and we're gonna go again. So you would sit here for your 20 to 30 seconds passively. You would start your contraction, pushing your leg into the ground. You slowly ramp up, and then when you reach your 30%, or you reach your 100%, then you hold for 10 seconds. Then you reverse the hold for another 10 seconds, driving your knee into the ground. And then relax, reposition your stretch, see if you can get a little bit further, hold the stretch, and repeat.